Tragic alert for you right now. An incredible plane crash into the World Trade Center here at the lower tip of Manhattan.
That there's been some sort of explosion at the World Trade Center in New York City. One report said, and we can't confirm any of this, that a plane...
We go live to New York fireman and conservative news reporter Robert James Sandrowski.
Good evening. Following the 9/11 attacks on the World Trade Centers and the Pentagon, the United States was in a state of confusion and turmoil. Today, we know exactly what happened and how the events of September 11th unfolded. Immediately after the planes hit, however, no one was sure of what happened, and varying stories emerged from first responders and eyewitnesses. Here are a few.
What happened?
We was in an explosion. We was in the lobby, and the third explosion, the whole lobby collapsed on us.
What was it like? What was it like?
Horrible.
It's like hell. You don't want to know.
The whole building just collapsed on us inside the lobby.
Is that a secondary explosion?
Yes, it was.
That was the...
Yeah, definitely secondary explosion. But we was inside waiting to go upstairs, and on the way upstairs, the whole fucking plane blew. And we just collapsed on everybody inside the lobby.
Similar to the first tower coming down, secondary?
I don't know about the first one, but I know the second one it was terrible. Then there was a third one too after that one.
Third explosion after that?
Yes, sir. Everybody was inside the building, waiting to go upstairs. And they just let loose. Everything just let loose inside the building.
So what you told me is that there was a plane or whatever hit the building, then a secondary explosion.
It was like 3 explosions after that. We came in after the fire. We came when the fire was going on already. We was in the staging area inside the building, waiting to go upstairs. Then they exploded. The whole lobby collapsed on the lobby inside.
And it's just mayhem after that?
Just man, everybody tried to make their way out.
Just trying to help all the brothers get out.
A lot of people trapped inside.
I was sitting in the Brooklyn Navy Yard, like a movie set. Second and third explosions also, right?
We were in the building for the third one. It collapsed. I was on this drive here for the other one.
People don't understand. There may be more. Any one of these fucking buildings could blow up. This ain't done.
It was a military plane.
And the plane wasn't no airline or anything. It was a twin-engine, big gray plane.
We watched the first explosion. As we're watching the building, we saw a black, very large airplane fly right into the second building. It came out of the south, right in front of our eyes. It was so surreal, like a movie set.
Were you close enough to be able to see any markings on the airplane?
It definitely did not look like a commercial plane. I didn't see any windows on the sides.
I think a bomb went off in the lobby first, then a plane hit the building. Then another plane hit the other building. But when I was coming through the doors on the other side of the Trade Center, either they blew the lobby up or something, because it blew the glass out of the doors and knocked us all down.
You're in the building trying to help people, and it's exploding on your side of the building, so I don't think we get any worse.
We now return live to R.J. Sandrowski.
As you can see from the previous news reports and interview clips, there are multiple reports coming out that depicted different and incorrect interpretations of what happened. Firefighters in the Trade Center reported multiple explosions following the airplane strike, while eyewitnesses in the Trade Center reported explosions before the planes hit. Talk of military airplanes hitting the Trade Center sparked ideas of an inside government job. One of the biggest concerns following the attack was the president's safety. It was unsure if an attack on the president would ensue. The location of the president was undisclosed, and the Secret Service did everything in their power to protect the president. Here is the series of events carried out by Air Force One in order to protect the president and enable him to address the nation following the attack.
You gotta see this.
Tuesday morning, September 11th, 2001. America is targeted with terror.
We immediately assumed that we were part of it, is because it was just, planes were hijacked, so we knew that there was potential, because we had the president, that we were part of some kind of plot.
At first we didn't know exactly what was going on, but the best thing to do at that point is think the worst. So the best thing was to get airborne, obviously.
I think everybody was kind of in shock. Colonel Tillman called us into the conference room, and We told everybody to turn their phones off, not to use the phones at all, so there wouldn't be any chance of giving away our location. And that we're going to immediately take off with the president, destination unknown.
The president jumps on the airplane, Colonel Tillman has the airplane going, and we are airborne like that.
Cleveland Air Force One, flight level 330.
I basically added all the power to the aircraft. When we took off, I climbed 135.75.
In the cockpit, Colonel Tillman copes with alarming reports from air traffic control.
As we started heading towards Gainesville, Jacksonville Center advised us that there was an aircraft coming at us, descending. It was coming at us, and it does not have its transponder was not on, and they had no idea who it was. It could have been another hijacked airliner. They weren't sure.
Air Force One, they are behind you 10 miles, descending at least flight level 350, looks to be holding there.
Air traffic recordings from that day tell the chilling story.
Apparently, we've lost radio contact with them. Are you aware of them?
Air Force One, affirmative.
We weren't sure who was hijacked and who wasn't. So I went out in the Gulf of Mexico. There's basically fighters all over the Gulf that have the capability to make sure that no one comes into the Gulf, penetrates the United States. So I knew I'd be safe out in the Gulf of Mexico.
Then all of a sudden, I'll never forget this as long as I live, the air traffic controller was talking to, I think it was an American flight. He said, American flight such and such, turn right, land immediately in Orlando. And the American flight said, negative, flight such and such is en route to Dallas. And the controller said, not anymore, national emergency. Turn right, land immediately in Orlando.
You got anything on 151?
No, you can have whatever you need, brother, because we don't have anybody in the air over here.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much.
Except for warplanes on patrol, Air Force One is now the only plane in the skies above North America.
Houston Center called up, was talking with us, let us know that they'd basically gotten the majority of the aircraft down and that the airspace was ours. And Houston just said, you don't have to tell us where you're going, just go ahead and go wherever you need to go.
Cactus Air Force One, roger, have your luck. I got Air Force One over here. He's been given a clearance after Crestview to go where any way he wants to, so be on standby. He may be heading your way. Okay, thanks.
This is Aircraft 28000.
That in of itself was an eerie feeling, not hearing any other airplanes or air traffic controllers talking out there. We're the only aircraft flying at the time.
Racing across empty skies, the White House team confronts the plane's Achilles heel. The president cannot address the nation live from the air.
The plane gave him the capability where he could talk to anyone, but they just couldn't see him on the jet. The capability wasn't there yet where he could do a press conference and get it out to the American public.
Addressing the nation is now the president's top priority. Air Force One is forced to return to Earth. While America's flagship stands by at Louisiana's Barksdale Air Force Base, the president speaks directly to the American people.
Freedom itself was attacked this morning, and freedom will be defended.
The chaos and confusion that followed 9/11 led to the spreading of misinformation and the creation of conspiracy theories. I urge you to spread the truth and remain strong as we move forward as a nation united against terrorism. Good night and good luck.